Imagine an America torn apart, not by politics or ideology, but by a full-blown civil war. What would that look like? Welcome to Movies Review, where we dive deep into the cinematic worlds that challenge our reality. Today, we're peeling back the layers of the 2024 dystopian film Civil War. Directed by the visionary Alex Garland, this film takes us on a harrowing journey through an America fractured by conflict and seen through the lenses of a team of daring journalists. In this video, we'll explore the film's stark premise, a future America ravaged by a civil war, where the quest for truth becomes as perilous as the battles raging across the nation. Released just this year to critical acclaim and a box office success of over $107 million, Civil War has sparked conversations and controversies alike. But why should you keep watching until the end? Because we're not just recounting the plot, we're uncovering the lesser-known facts, the behind-the-scenes events, and the ethical quandaries that Civil War presents. This isn't just a summary, it's a journey into the heart of what makes this film resonate with audiences and critics alike. So, stay with us as we dissect the narrative, discuss the characters who bring this story to life, and reveal the themes that make Civil War a film of our times. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us at Movies Review for more thought-provoking content that goes beyond the screen. Before we delve into the harrowing narrative of Civil War, let's paint the backdrop against which this dystopian drama unfolds. The United States, once a beacon of unity and democracy, is now fragmented, its very foundation shaken by the tremors of a brutal civil war. This isn't the history of the past, but a chilling portrayal of a future that could have been, where an authoritarian federal government clashes with regional factions, each vying for control. In the midst of this chaos, we meet our protagonists, a team of journalists who dare to traverse the perilous landscape to document the truth. Renowned war photographer Lee Smith, portrayed by Kirsten Dunst, leads the charge with her camera as her weapon against the fog of war. Alongside her is Joel, played by Wagner Moura, a reporter driven by the pursuit of a story that could change the course of history. They are joined by Jesse Cullen, a young photojournalist played by Kaylee Spaney, whose naivety is quickly replaced by the grim realities of war. And let's not forget Sammy, the seasoned reporter whose wisdom and experience, brought to life by Stephen McKinley Henderson, guide the team through their perilous journey. As we follow these characters across a divided America, from the ruins of Brooklyn to the besieged Capitol, we witness their transformation and the indelible impact of the conflict on their lives. Their story is not just one of survival, but a testament to the resilience of truth in times of deception. Before we talk about the individual struggles and triumphs of our protagonists in Civil War, it's essential to understand the journey that binds them together. This is a voyage that cuts through the heart of a nation at war with itself, a trek from the beleaguered streets of New York to the besieged gates of Washington, D.C. Our team of journalists, embedded within the military ranks, races against time as rebel factions converge on the Capitol. They navigate a country fragmented into 4 warring factions, each with its own agenda and vision for America's future. The Western forces of Texas and California, united against a corrupt president, represent just one of the many players in this complex conflict. Along the way, they encounter a series of harrowing events, from a sniper showdown on a golf course to the eerie calm of a village pretending the war isn't happening. They witness the resilience of humanity in refugee camps and the brutality of war in battles and executions. Each event is captured through their lenses, telling a story larger than themselves, a story of a nation's struggle, and the journalists' unwavering commitment to document the truth. As they inch closer to their destination, the stakes rise. The president claims victory is near, yet the reality on the ground speaks a different tale. Our journalists are not just observers, they become part of the narrative, their lives intertwined with the fate of a nation on the brink. Let's delve into the characters of Civil War, those who bear witness to the chaos and unraveling of a nation torn apart by conflict. Before we talk about the individual struggles and triumphs, let's meet the journalists who navigate this treacherous landscape. Lee Smith, Kirsten Dunst. At the beginning of Civil War, Lee is a jaded war photographer. She's seen it all, horrific conflicts across the globe, and has become disenchanted with her own vocation. The excitement that once fueled her work has faded, replaced by a sense of bleak pointlessness. Lee questions the purpose of risking her life to capture photos when most people bury their heads in the sand, ignoring the war unfolding around them. But as she mentors the young and eager Jesse Cullen, Lee begins to remember why she got into journalism in the first place. Her transformation from indifference to empathy culminates in a shocking final scene that leaves a lasting impact. Jesse Cullen, Kaylee Spaney. Jessie represents the next generation of photojournalists. She's excited about diving straight into war zones, capturing powerful imagery from the front lines. Her enthusiasm contrasts sharply with Lee's weariness. Jessie's journey is one of growth and awakening. Through Lee's mentorship, she learns not only about photography, but also about the weight of truth-telling in a fractured world. Her interactions with Lee shape her perspective and lead her to question the purpose of her work. Jessie's innocence collides with the harsh realities of war, leaving an indelible mark on her character. Joel, Wagner Moura, Joel, another journalist in the team, brings a thrill-seeking approach to his work. He's gung-ho, willing to take risks, and perhaps a bit reckless. His character arc intertwines with Lee's and Jessie's as they embark on their dangerous journey to interview the president. Joel's motivations and choices reveal the complexities of survival and commitment in a war-torn America. Sammy, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Sammy, Lee's mentor, adds depth to the ensemble. Elderly and out of shape, he refuses to retire. His presence serves as a reminder of the seasoned war correspondents who've witnessed history unfold. Sammy's wisdom and experience guide the team, even as they face unprecedented challenges. His character embodies resilience and the unwavering pursuit of truth. Together, these characters form a composite portrait of war correspondents, an archetype shaped by their experiences, choices, and the haunting landscapes they traverse. Their development throughout Civil War mirrors the nation's transformation, and their stories resonate long after the credits roll. Before we talk about the intricate web of themes woven into Civil War, let's step back and appreciate the film's deliberate ambiguity. Writer-director Alex Garland, known for his thought-provoking narratives, doesn't serve up easy answers. Instead, he invites us to grapple with the complexities of a fractured America, where survival trumps ideology and guerrilla journalists become our eyes and ears. In this near-future America, journalism isn't just about headlines and bylines, it's a matter of life and death. Our protagonists, Lee, Joel, Jessie, and Sammy, aren't detached observers, they're active participants in documenting the war. Lee's emotional detachment allows her to capture the horrors without flinching, while Jessie's naivety evolves into a perverse thrill as she follows in Lee's footsteps. The film raises questions. How far should journalists go to reveal the truth? What compromises are necessary for survival? These aren't abstract musings, they're decisions our characters grapple with daily. Civil War thrusts us into the civilian experience, the chaos, fear, and resilience of ordinary people caught in the crossfire. The refugee camp scenes, the sniper showdown on a golf course, and the eerie village pretending the war isn't happening, all underscore the devastating consequences of deep political divisions. Garland doesn't shy away from portraying the human cost of conflict. It's not just about battles, it's about shattered lives and the struggle to find meaning amidst chaos. The film's backdrop is a divided America, split into warring factions. The authoritarian government, led by a fascist president, played by Nick Offerman, clings to power. But Garland doesn't spoon-feed us the origins of this conflict. Instead, he focuses on the immediate struggle. The Western forces of Texas and California clash with the Loyalist government, and our journalists navigate this treacherous landscape. The lack of clear-cut sides mirrors the chaos of Civil War itself. It's not about ideologies, it's about survival and the pursuit of truth in a world gone mad. In Civil War, unity transcends partisanship, and the battle isn't just about who you're fighting for, it's about who's shooting at you. As viewers, we're left with lingering questions, much like the journalists behind the lens. So, let's keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember that sometimes the most powerful stories lie in the spaces between certainty and ambiguity. Before we talk about the reception of Civil War, let's step into the aftermath of this thought-provoking dystopian thriller.
Alex Garland, the mastermind behind this cinematic journey, has delivered a film that defies easy categorization. As the dust settles, let's explore how it resonated with audiences and critics alike. Civil War emerged from the shadows. Its arrival met with anticipation and skepticism. Critics grappled with its enigmatic narrative, its refusal to conform to traditional storytelling. Some hailed it as a cautionary tale, a glimpse into an alternative future America torn by civil strife. Others dismissed it as empty-headed misery porn, exploiting powerful imagery without taking a clear political stance. But amidst the debates, one thing became evident: Civil War was unlike anything Garland had made before. It drew inspiration from classic films about war correspondents covering foreign countries' collapse, echoing the spirit of The Year of Living Dangerously, Salvador, Under Fire, and Welcome to Sarajevo. The film's portrayal of journalistic ethics and the quest for the scoop resonated deeply, leaving an indelible mark on viewers. Audience reception. The audience's reaction was equally intriguing. While Civil War achieved a record-breaking CinemaScore rating of B, making it the highest-scored movie by director Alex Garland, it also stirred controversy. The film's avoidance of taking a clear political stance left some viewers divided. Swarms of discussions erupted during its opening weekend, questioning its relevance in the current political climate. Yet, despite the debates, the film garnered positive reactions on Rotten Tomatoes, earning a certified fresh 83% from critics critics and 77% from audiences. It wasn't a record breaker like Garland's Ex Machina, but it stood as a major achievement, proving that mid-budget films could thrive when they dared to challenge conventions. Civil War didn't shy away from the box office battlefield. With a reported production budget of $50 million, the highest ever for an A24 film, it embarked on a risky journey. Yet, it surpassed expectations. Domestically, it grossed $62 million, and internationally, it added another $33 million. Its cumulative global gross stands at nearly $96 million. The film's controversial themes, divisive reviews, IMAX push, and high Rotten Tomatoes score propelled it toward this milestone. As it inches closer to the coveted $100 million mark, Civil War proves that mid-budget studio movies can find their audience and make a lasting impact. In review, Civil War isn't just a film. It's a thought experiment, a mirror reflecting our world's complexities. Its success challenges industry norms, reminding us that storytelling can thrive when it dares to be different. As the credits roll on Civil War, we're left with more questions than answers. This isn't a film that wraps up neatly. It's a mirror reflecting our world's complexities. So let's step back and reflect on its message. In a time when truth is malleable, when narratives are weaponized, and when the lines between fact and fiction blur, the role of journalism becomes paramount. Our journalists, Lee, Jesse, Joel, and Sammy, aren't just chroniclers. They're truth seekers in a war-torn America. Their cameras capture more than images. They capture the essence of survival, sacrifice, and the human spirit. But beyond the film, we must ask ourselves, how do we consume news? Are we passive observers, or do we engage critically? In a world where information is abundant, yet misinformation thrives, how do we discern truth from propaganda? Journalism isn't just ink on paper or pixels on screens. It's the heartbeat of democracy. It's the relentless pursuit of facts, even when the world burns around us. So as you hit that like button and subscribe to Movies Review, remember that every click matters. Because in this fractured reality, the power of storytelling lies not just in the hands of filmmakers, but in yours too. Keep questioning, keep seeking, and let's rewrite the narrative, one truth at a time. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious. Like this video and subscribe to Movies Review for more thought-provoking content. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Together, we'll continue exploring the stories that shape our world. Until then, stay engaged, stay informed, and keep the conversation alive.